everyone.
That was so
Yay!
Oh,
I
great.
tried this time to do something fun like beat.
You were
Nailed
wonderful.
it.
So cute.
That was
Oh,
amazing.
So
was
welcome,
amazing.
everyone. We're here for the last live show of the Abby Jimenez read along. I'm like sad. It's like bittersweet.
True.
Yeah.
It is.
No.
So
God,
true.
I've had so much fun. This has been such an amazing time, and I literally would not have read Abby Jimenez like without like people. Basically, I would have read her, but it would have been a while, you know, because you keep on pushing everything to the back.
Mhm.
Nice little push.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
It's so much more fun with other people too, because there's always a lot you want to say to someone when you're reading the
So
books.
true.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, it's the best way to do it.
Oh,
I've had the best time, honestly.
Mhm.
Yes, it's so much fun. Hi, Liz. Hi, Amber. Oh, thank you. I
It was
tried.
so good. It got me a little emotional.
Oh
my God. Just like seeing her journey, you know?
Oh, that was so fun. I want to figure out how to do like clips from, but
The
that was too big of an undertaking for me at this moment.
In the future, you know?
The future. Yeah.
Hey, Corinne.
Oh, look, that's so nice. Oh no.
And no talking?
Oh,
I
no.
wonder if that was at the intro.
Maybe. Is that for anybody else, or is it working? Because that might just be Amanda's internet. If it's working for everybody.
Yeah,
Maybe just
know.
read it.
Yeah.
Like refresh your page, Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like that for everyone.
I was supposed to say I'm about to pull up the live just on my
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's smart.
So we are here to actually talk about
Book. Oh, it looks so beautiful. I didn't get a copy yet. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. Oh no, I'm hiding. Oh no. Oh no,
Never mind me.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so
Don't be big. You're
Don't be.
fine.
You had the arc, so you were, blessed.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
Exactly. Blessed and highly
Sweet.
favored. Is that
Yes.
what
Yes.
I was like, I feel like that's what y'all say, right?
That is, yeah.
I love it. So Corinne says no issues.
Okay.
Amber says no issues. Okay.
It was
good.
fine for me
Hey,
too.
Stacey. Okay.
That's good.
That makes me so much happier. So do you guys want to go around and give ratings? And like we can also show our shirts because we all got
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
all right. Dana, do you want me to start?
I can do it. I can do it.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear what Dana's gonna say.
Here's the thing. I had that one rough start with that one book, and B won't let me live it down. Everything else has been 5 stars. Okay. Well, this is my sweatshirt, everybody. I've got a Royum Northwestern sweatshirt, and it's very comfortable, very cozy, very happy with it.
We love it.
I was trying to peel my sticker off, so pretend that ugly thing's not there. And okay, so I'm gonna give it a 4. Like, I really enjoyed it. I don't feel like it's a new favorite, but I feel like I could be convinced. Y'all can start talking about it, and I'm gonna be like, you're right, because I did cry. By the end of this, it could be a 5-star. I think I just need to talk it out. I think I just need, this is what I need, because I could end up 5. Okay, it could be, but a 4 is where I'm starting,
Okay.
and I feel like it's not bad.
No.
No, not bad at all.
Stunning.
Okay. I have the same sweater. It's just a different color. And it really is so soft. Like, you might
It
see.
looks so cozy.
Yeah. So my starting rating for the discussion, I'm giving it a 4.5. it definitely is different from her usual stuff. Like, I'm sure we'll talk about it, but this one was a little personal. And I did cry quite a few times. So still loved it, just not. Well, I could be convinced to go up.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, my starting is 4.5 for this one.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Mine is I didn't do like a specific thing in the book, but I just did the In Abby Jimenez We Trust little
And we
cutie.
do.
And we do. Yeah, I like the bows and the strawberries and stuff, so I went with that one. And again, it's all from the same site, so it's very cozy, very soft. I'm actually sweating because it's so like it's warm. Okay.
She's looking for her craft.
Yeah. But for me, I loved it from start to finish. I sobbed like a baby. I'm not talking like little cries. I'm talking big boo-hoos. Like my whole body was convulsing tears. 5 stars for me. I loved it. I can see where a lot of people didn't like it. I totally understand the criticisms for the book, but for me, like it just hit the certain places I needed to hit, and I loved it.
Yay. My shirt's itchy and scratchy and not soft at all. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I did not get it from the same site. No, I mean, I do like it. And you might see this one again, but it's the Grant House and it says walk on, which is so cool. So
I didn't get that.
next best thing to a Daniel Grant hoodie, right? Which I'm sure is also quite soft. But yeah, so I don't have the book, as you know. I can put up my Kindle. Oopsie. There we go. Dana's holding up a book. Ta-da! Good job, Dana. Oh, Dana's off everything. Good job, Dana. Look at you.
Good teamwork.
Yeah, so I gave it 5 stars, but it's funny as I've gone on, I'm like, it really was hard to get through. And so sometimes I even think like again, this is like splitting hairs, but like maybe it's more like a 4.5 because like there's some books that she's written that I think I've enjoyed more. This one was good. It had a lot of good things to say and it was healing in certain ways, but it was rough. It was really rough to get through. So
Yeah.
Anyway, that was me. Yeah.
Okay, guys. I also, you might see, hold on.
Yay!
I also got the Grant House because I just love it. Because it shows up in just all of my favorite series. So
yes.
I couldn't not. And then I am probably going with a 4-star as well. This one definitely, it did make me cry, and it gets you in the feels, but I don't know, it just didn't hit in the same way that some of her other books hit for me to know like, hey, this is a 5-star. But again, like Dana and like B, I could probably be convinced. I mean, I did just finish it, which is typical for me. So, we'll see. I mean, I tabbed. So
Good.
Tabbed
Good
it. I love
but
it.
let me go to some of the comments because people are saying that they loved it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what everybody's going to feel at the end of our talk.
Right?
Look, everybody's up in the air, it seems.
Amber gave it a 5-star. Abby Jimenez has captured my whole heart.
Yeah.
I love that, Amber. 5-star for me. I love me some Abby writing. Her writing just is so good.
Yeah.
Same Amber, so many quotes. Yay. Oh, I'm so glad it fixed. Or it's fixed, Amanda. We do trust in Abby. Yes. I need that sweatshirt. If I could, I would give this book infinity stars. I loved it so much. Oh, well, that's awesome, Amanda. I gave it 4 stars. Okay, so really?
A hit.
It's a win. It's a
It
win.
is. It's still a hit. Did I do any banners? Probably not. Sorry, guys.
She made that beautiful intro. Who needs banners?
On the intro.
Great.
Well, I'm a mess. It's the end of the school year, and
Yeah. Brains fried. Okay.
When's your last? When does it end? Is it end in May or June? Because you guys are May.
16th.
When?
I got
What is
2
yours?
more weeks.
Yours is May 16th.
June.
I'm May 21st. We're getting there.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
almost
you guys are
there.
so the countdown is for real
13
now.
days,
Right?
There's a countdown.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I found an old one. So there you go.
Hey, it
Perfect.
works.
It's valid. It works.
It does.
Oh my goodness. I don't know who wants to start, but like thoughts on characters or just anything you want to, mention.
I loved that the meet cute was not cute at all.
That's
It was a big
bad.
old mess. It was a
Yeah.
meat mess. But it really worked well for the story, though, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was Xavier. Is it Xavier, right?
Yeah.
Coming from such a hard place with seeing people that he, just the worst in humanity day after day. And then he sees this gal with this little
Yeah.
kitty cat. And I love how he turns it around. I don't want to talk too long, but anyway, that was something that kind of stuck out to me.
I love that she has the cat in her bra.
Yeah.
And he still is he's looking at her she is so gorgeous.
Yeah.
He still has that stone face,
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah.
I can already feel myself getting closer to the 5, thinking about it. The way that he was described, obviously, we know his Yelp reviews, right?
Oh, yeah.
A little, colder, but very good at what he does. But just maybe the bedside manner is it's a little lacking, right? But when she describes him taking her and the boys to the zoo, and how he made sure everybody had water and scheduled snacks, and he did everything. It was the caretaker of him was just chef's kiss.
Airport dad.
Yeah.
Dad, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
And I also think it's. Oh, sorry, Karina. Go ahead.
that's perfectly described.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting that the Yelp reviews talk about his bedside manner, but his patients were pets, not humans. So the humans may not have enjoyed the way that they were treated, but he always treated the pets with respect.
Yeah.
And so it's you kind of get the toss up of yeah, he was kind of crappy to these people, but they were crappy to him. He was great with his patients though, and that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Dr. Brecken because he was such a shining star.
Yeah.
And I
Oh my
love
gosh.
Abby just ties things in together every time.
Every time.
Shocked me.
It's
That
just
had me on the floor sobbing.
Boo-hooing. Boo-hooing.
as soon as it started, going that way, I was like, stop it right now. And I just couldn't stop the tears.
Yeah.
But I just love how she just does that masterfully. Oh,
Yeah.
I just love him. He just, wanted to be out of the house.
Right. It's a full circle moment too.
Yeah.
I loved that. And it was kind of because he doesn't have those parental figures
Mhm.
that kind of stepped in. He stepped in to be that voice of reason at the end of what that decision he needed to make.
Yeah.
And I liked that aspect of it.
When
Yeah.
Dr. Brecken was we didn't have kids for reasons, and he was like, so I know that I'm not your father. He was like, but I am proud of you. I was like, stop it.
Lost it.
Well,
So good.
I want to say, no man has ever fallen as hard as Xavier did. And he was so consistent. You know how,
Yes.
I think I said, he just shows up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Without needing
Just
to
shows up.
he anticipates things too, which is
Mhm.
you're understanding, much like his patients, the animals, he can anticipate things without needing to be told.
Mhm.
I did adore him.
Yeah.
He's
He
an
was down bad city for her, and I love a man that knows what he wants and will do everything in his power to be there. And even when he couldn't be there, he was still there. When he told her to go put her headphones in and go outside, he was still taking care of her, even though he couldn't be there to take care of her.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Bad daddy.
Yeah. Apparently, I need to read the books now.
Wait.
You haven't read them yet?
I know.
You missed out on so much. With
B,
just
have you read them?
comparison.
We're talking about
Avatar?
Yeah.
Akatar.
Well, except I haven't read the last one yet. And
It's okay. You understand
what's wrong
them.
with you? I know.
I don't
I-
understand the reference, but now I need to because Abby said I needed to.
Oh.
I
I
love knowing that Abby is a Swiftie and a SJM stan. And I was like,
Yeah.
yes, babe. That's it.
That's why we love her.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So D gave it a 4-star. Really liked the couple. It was my first time for reading, and Abby Jimenez will def read more of her books. Oh yes, definitely do.
That's awesome.
I'm still unsure about my rating. There were a lot of scenes and quotes that really hit, yeah, but it was not a full 5-star for me. That's kind of how I felt, Corinne.
Yeah.
That's what Sam says too.
Yeah.
Same.
Well said.
Did Sam drop her rating? I'm just curious.
Wait, what was it to begin with?
She did.
I don't know. That's why I'm like curious.
I thought you meant like did it go
Oh.
lower? I'm an idiot. Got it.
I don't
Okay.
think it's as high as all of ours.
Drop it in the comments. I thought I was on the same wavelength as you did. I'm like, drop it. Was she at a 4? Where did she go? But you're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
drop
Gotcha. Okay.
We said her rating. My bad.
Frank was my favorite, and I loved Xavier. Xavier is a new favorite book boyfriend for me. He reminded me so much of my fiance Ray. So stable and safe and reliable. Oh, we love that.
Love that.
Mm-mm.
Xavier is my access service book boyfriend. The best.
Yes.
Know it. You know it.
He was just honest and forward, but not in a bad way. People don't be wanting to hear the truth. That's right, Liz.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the
Doesn't
truth?
sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Xavier also reminded me of Elliot Stabler from SVU. Very similar personalities.
Interesting.
I can see it. Xavier said cat and boob and banter. I'm in for life. Right, he did.
Yeah.
I kind of had a hard time with Sam's dad for a while, but in the end, I understood him better. Yeah, I definitely think he was going through it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when he like finally like broke down and explained like, just because I'm doing these things doesn't mean I love her any less. It's just like I'm literally living in my own personal hell. Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine waking up and realize that my husband doesn't remember who I am.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like and can't like it's not even like falling in love every single day. Like she doesn't even have the wherewithal to do that. So it's like you really are just suffering while
Yes.
watching them suffer.
Yes. That I felt one of the scenes that really hit for me was very little was said, and it was carried by Samantha's dad, where he gets the ring, and he's like, "She's never taken this off," and then he just walks away with the ring. I think he walks outside, but like you just are sort of left wondering, what is he going through? You know, he's going through it, and he's going through it alone. Even though the family's around, no one is doing it like he's doing it.
Yeah.
You know,
And no one can quite compare to the emotions that he's feeling either. Like I feel like a relationship with a husband and a wife is not the same as a relationship with a parent. You know, it's just not the same.
yes.
I can't imagine.
Mm-mm.
When
I
he said
know.
like I'll die with her name on my lips or something like that, I was just like, oh, I'm unwell. Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
It really just shows like I was like it sees just how love ebbs and flows. Like it's obviously this new romance that's having all the struggles, and then you see, you know, the romance between the parents or the love, and then like you get to see like just how much it takes to love someone throughout a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sickness and then
Yeah.
health.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
they were kind of heavy on that guitar though.
It was mentioned
Yeah.
maybe a
Thank
little
you.
more than it needed to be, but
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah, after like the third restand reference, I was like, yeah, I get it.
Get it. Yeah.
I was like, I get it, but I don't.
I'm just wondering, like, when Abby wrote it, had she just read
She must
the
have.
first 3 and that it was like coursing through her veins and every resand, like in every chance she could get.
Yeah. Ooh, Amber, I want to know what the Easter eggs are.
I need to know.
I'm very curious because I do have 2 that stand out in my head too. But
Bat wings for Halloween. Yes.
oh my god, I would literally melt and disintegrate into a puddle if I was Samantha.
Absolutely.
I mean, even without.
Yeah. Xavier's a great book boyfriend. My husband and I started as a long distance relationship, so the little things you do for the other person means a lot when you're not there. Absolutely
Yeah.
agree.
100%.
I may be getting ahead of the discussion, but I love that there was no third act breakup. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's like their love for one another was never in question. Like they were always, and that was so
extenuating, right?
Constant.
Yeah, they always knew they were both really in it with each other.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite parts is where he calls her and he's like, "Are you my, girlfriend? Or you want to be my girlfriend?" And he's like, "Yeah." Or she's like, "Duh." And then he goes back out to the staff and he's like, "Yeah, she's my girlfriend."
I love it. Those girls were so cute. The ones that worked for him, I loved them so much.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
The banter in this made me literally laugh out loud so much. There was good banter. Yeah. I don't know, y'all know I'm not a fan of Insta, and they were locked in from the jump. And also had the element of like time jumping that made me feel a little disconnected. Gotcha.
Get that.
Yeah. Because the long distance. Yeah. But she did make me cry. That's an Abby must. Right?
Yeah. That always adds a star. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
And depending on how many times you cry, it's a half a star. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Samantha was great too. She was hella funny. Kind of felt like Abby was writing herself for some reason. Potentially maybe with the car. And I wonder if she grew up in California because she writes in Southern California a lot.
She does it so well.
Yes. It's like she's familiar with it because like I grew up there and the references she made, I was like, oh, this is very like real. I was like, I love, what was it? El Pollo Loco?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I craved BRC burritos when I was pregnant with my first son. From El Pollo Loco. I was like, I loved this reference. But if you're not from there, you may not know.
As a person that I like living in California, Southern California to be specific, like it was so fun to see like all the little Easter eggs, and even like the restaurant that she went to, like is a real restaurant.
Yeah.
So it's just like the one that they went on their date, the one that was like really pricey or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like to see those little things was really fun, but like even the way that she like made like Santa Monica feel, like she was like, if it weren't for the fact that you're here, like we wouldn't be doing this because Southern Californians don't do that. Like we don't go to Santa Monica Pier and be like, oh, let's ride the rides, like it's just not fun for us. But like when we have family, like that's what you do because it's a fun thing, So I just thought that like really understanding like sometimes people when they put like a location, it's like, oh, let's do all the tourist things, but like when you live there, you don't do that. So I thought that was fun.
That's cool.
Let me see. Oh. Also with her car too. That's what in regards to what Liz was saying. Because doesn't she have a picture on her Instagram with the car? Is that the Dart?
She just got her car. Yeah, where she bought her car back. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I didn't even think about that.
Samantha's
mom was the lady at the bus stop and Just for the Summer, and the parrot was too. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the parrots. Yeah, I didn't catch that, but
I didn't catch the parrot, but the bus stop where she said he was telling him how my mom came to visit me and like how a nice like a couple helped her when her mom got like out of her house and away from her.
Yeah.
And I remember it's so funny because I went to I don't, of course I didn't have it marked. I should have, but I mean literally that scene is in here. And I remember when I was reading this, I thought that was kind of strange, like when it happened, because it was just sort of out of left field. Like I'm just gonna go talk to someone, and I remember Justin being like, "Well, how did you know?" She's like, "I can just tell," and then you get to hear about it from the other perspective. That oh my gosh, that was Samantha's mom. So somebody else said on a video that I did that at one point, is it Chad or Brad, whatever the name of Justin's dog is.
Yes.
That they mentioned that dog in the vet's office.
Oh, Brad.
He's there. Brad. Yeah. I didn't see it, but somebody said that
from State Farm.
No, that's
he was like a patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Like
like in the
Justin's
movies or
job,
something, or
yeah,
on
was
the
there
show.
at the vet's office. Yeah.
That's so fun. I did not catch that.
Right?
I didn't
Like,
catch
of
that, but now
course-
that you say it. Sorry, my bad, Karina. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Nadia cakes.
Yeah.
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 I saw someone rated it 1 star, and all they said was Abby mentioned her little cupcake shop. It's like, that's not a 1 star.
Yeah.
That is free self promotion.
Your thoughts.
It's free. It's free promotion. What are you talking about? This is good stuff.
And we love it. Yeah.
That if this is your first Abby book, like if it's not your first, like you know that it's like a staple in her stories.
Yeah.
It's part of the fun.
It won't bother me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they were thin on the ground, the Easter eggs, in comparison to like Just for the Summer, which is like so chock full. And it makes me wonder, this is just me wondering, but I'm very curious to see if she's starting a whole new, like she had the 6 books that were kind of encapsulated, you know, and like maybe now we're starting something new because we've got like Xavier's friends. Like I want to know if they're going to have things go on. Tristan, like Stacey said, I loved
Tristan.
I would love to see the sister get like her story.
Yeah,
as a
like
single
that.
mom.
Yes. Wouldn't that be
I think-
amazing?
I thought it was marked as like #1 in a series.
It is.
I think
There you
like
go.
assuming things from this book will like transcend to the coming installments, hopefully.
Although I
So
will
beautiful.
say, I was a little disappointed that we didn't get like a Royum hospital scene since they went to the hospital. I was like, this is our moment, and it didn't happen. I was like, wait,
Oh
what happened?
yeah.
Would have been so hard to listen to a Lola Simone song or wear a Jackson Water shirt. Would that have been so hard? Like,
Right.
Right?
have Adrian Copeland like defend someone for some reason? I don't know.
Honestly.
Something.
Oh my god.
That would have been good. Abby has to admit in every book, or can we talk about all the fun animal names? Abby has to admit in every book, but this was her Super Bowl for how many she could come up with. That's true. She did come up with a lot.
Yeah. Cooter was really just top tier.
Wasn't he mentioned in Just for the Summer? Like he was the cat found behind the dumpster?
Oh.
I remember Justin telling that could be an Easter egg because I remember Cooter is mentioned in here at least one time.
There you go. There you go. That's
I
awesome.
died when Tristan said, "You shall not pass," when they were trying to get wine. Typical brother, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm so bad at remembering the other book details to see the Easter eggs, so I rely on y'all. Liz, me and you are the same. I rely on them. The hater's gonna hate. Let her promote her business. Love cross promotions.
Yes.
My thing is like it's her business and it's her books. Like, why would you not put you're working hard at both of these things. Why would you not?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? In her cupcake stores, I would have all of my books there for sale as well.
Yes.
Like,
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play with me. Like, this is her hard work. Why? If I had a successful bakery and I was also who would have thunk it, an incredible writer, okay? Like, if you think that I'm not talking about my bakery and my bakery is not selling my books, you're insane. Everywhere.
That's just smart marketing.
Brand.
Yeah.
Like,
Smart
she did
business.
it. Put it everywhere.
I agree.
Give me the siblings or his friends because they were funny. Yeah,
Yes,
they
they
were definitely in another book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need her sister's book for real.
Yeah, her sister deserves a second.
She needs some happiness, something.
Yeah,
to-
especially with that type of husband. Ew.
God, yeah.
And Abby hasn't done a single mom yet, right?
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, she kind of did it with
Playlist.
one. Happy ever after ever. What the?
Oh no, life's too short.
Life's too short. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
With her sisters.
That's true. Yeah,
Tabby called apple bottom jeans. That was good. I did like it.
that is really
Perfect.
good.
And Jake from State Farm. It's the best.
Yeah.
Yes, get your bag, Abby.
Yes.
So I just found out Say You'll Remember Me is starting a new series, not a continuation of the last one. The second one after Say You'll Remember Me comes out in November. Well,
Wait, this
I think it's
year?
November 2026.
Yeah. I mean, I
It's
knew
November of
doing different
26.
series, but
Yeah,
We
26.
have to wait until November of 26. What about April? I thought it always had to be April.
Hard.
No, it says spring 2026.
Okay, well there you go.
Okay.
It's
I mean,
following somebody named Larissa. It says it in the back of the book.
Wait, who's Larissa?
Oh,
Who's Larissa?
who is Larissa?
Yeah.
I
on
don't know.
Goodreads though it says November 30th, but it says of 2025.
Hmm.
I can't.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I literally read the second page of this little excerpt. You
Yeah.
can't go wrong with Jackson Waters.
What is that? Is
Ah!
it a story?
Wait, is this the
Huh?
next book you're looking at?
It might be in the Barnes and Noble exclusive. I'm not sure.
All right,
But
well,
yeah, it's like the
Wow.
last.
It has to be
pages.
because it's not in mine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So maybe that's the
In mine,
Barnes
it's not
exclusive.
Barnes and Noble.
Okay, going to Barnes and Noble after this.
Yeah, of course. I'll send it to you.
Oh, yay. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm excited.
Find on Goodreads. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's too
You
long.
can't
to
trust
wait.
Goodreads. I've learned.
You can't. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Their dates are funky sometimes. Like, yeah, have you ever scrolled through like the section that says like the new releases, and then like you can
Mhm.
select it by month, and literally the same book will be in 3 months. And it's like, well, which one is it? I'm lost.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Fun.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Exciting.
I don't know what I did. Okay, we're good. Oh, okay. Favorite scene or moment in the book?
So many.
Or just anything you enjoyed?
I can tell you mine.
Yes.
And I have trouble getting through it without crying. But just I mean, and this is a cop-out probably because it's the very end, but it
Oh.
means everything where the mom is sitting in between what is it, her is her husband and her son in the back of the car, and she's feeling the breeze, and she's like she's
little
just having a moment of beauty. And I feel like that's what really brought it to 5-star for me, because life is so hard, and I mean there's
Yeah.
so much that like and I learned this with my sons, you know, there's no like good days and bad days. It's like good moments and bad moments. Like you just have to focus on the moment. And that's where you can find more joy though. You know, if you're focusing on like this, and I always do this now, like whenever I'm having a great moment, I'm like, I always just kind of pull back and reflect and be like, this is a great moment right now. We're having a great moment. And I feel like I've become more appreciative and more grateful that way. And like my mom, she's borderline dementia right now. And so reading a lot of this was kind of hard for me because I was like, is this what it's going to be like? Like I was getting like, but you know, everything's different or whatever. Like nobody knows what's going to happen. But like the idea still that no matter how hard it gets, there are those beautiful moments. And here's her mother who is really going through it. The family's going through it. But here they all are in the car together, moving forward together. And just like the sun's on their face and they're having this gorgeous, gorgeous moment. And I just feel like, and I know I'm not even doing it justice what I'm trying to express, but I feel like that is so critical. Like that scene is so critical and important for anybody to, you know. Anyway, that took it to 5 stars for me because a lot of it was rough, but I was like, this is so important, you know.
I also want to like piggyback off of what you were saying, because I think that there's something that's bittersweet and like almost like happy sad about the way that Abby Jimenez wrote this book. And the thing that I personally love so much is, and this is going to sound so bad when I say this, but watching Isaac's family member go through this, I mean, we saw a lot of the ups and down stages. I love, you know, it's hard to say that I love, but I appreciate that Abby didn't throw in like, oh, I remember my daughter moment, you know, like that moment of like clarity, because for a lot of people, they never get that.
Yeah.
They never get that moment of like, oh, she finally remembers me. And like, I thought that would happen because everyone loves a good happy ending story, you know? And I like that it was kind of left off on more of like a happy for now. Like they found the happiness in the now instead of like this big moment at the end where she's like, oh, I remember my daughter, which would have been wonderful. But like not everybody gets that, you know?
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of part of my one of my favorite scenes that I have that is very, not that last scene, but it's similar because she's talking about, I take recognition for granted my whole life, the way it lights someone up, how it can speak to you without a word across a crowded room, that split second of raw reaction when you're seen and known, relief, joy, happiness at locking eyes with someone you were looking for or seeing someone you didn't expect. I'd never see that on my mom again. And that one just like, it almost brought me to tears again.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
she's talking about when he sees her in the window and that recognition and like in this realization that she's never going to get that again with her mom. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna make me cry again. But it was just so sad and like
Yeah.
beautifully written. That's one of my favorite parts is that realization for her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm emo.
Sorry.
This is
To
like,
the comments.
that's such a fear, I think, of everybody, but it's like reading it was like, this was probably one of the toughest ones, I think, to get through at times because of how real and like the possibilities there for like anybody, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and then just like the idea, and then it made me start to think like, okay, like if I was the mom, like how she said, I don't want to go into a facility, like what would I choose? And I feel like after, like, I think I would prefer to go to a facility because like personally, I don't think anybody's wrong for saying they want to stay at home.
Sure.
But just like to know how much the family like went through and just like even all the things like we said, like, you know, you didn't even think of, like when they got on Tristan, because like you never volunteered to help at night. And it's like it's like, I know that he's written to be very like about himself, but like he might have never even thought of the fact that like, oh, she's in bed. It's nighttime. She's going to sleep. Like it might have never even dawned on him that like, what does dad go through, or what does it like when she's sleeping and or not sleeping, and like just all of those things. It's just like, my God, it consumed their whole life, which you would do that. You do that for the people that you love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you stand in the gap. But it's like, I just think like if I ever got to that point, I think I would just be like, please, like before you got to that point, I think it's like, I would just rather go to a facility. Like, come see me, please. Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Please. Don't leave me
Don't
there.
forget about me. Yeah.
I'm not saying that. Please let me be a very big part of the life. Check me out for timeouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just to know that like the dad can't even sleep.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, oh.
And he works full time. So
And what about the collateral damage that happens because of to her mother?
Yeah.
You know, she's ill and not receiving treatment or sharing that she's ill because she doesn't want to take away from the daughter. That was the thing that made for me like, am I going to give this 5 stars? Because I was like, Abby, did we need to kill grandma? Did we need this?
No.
Really? Like it just felt like a bridge too far. I'm like, why are we also doing this now? It was just
I will say that
I think it was sorry. Go ahead.
That scene with her grandma, like I didn't even like expect that. So it was like an unexpected moment, and I was like sobbing.
I was gutted.
Yeah.
I do have a quote that I highlighted that I thought was like super. This is the first time that I boohoo cried, and it's not even like that sad, but it's chapter 43 at the very end, and it says, "You know how when you see a movie or read a book and that you really like, and you haven't seen it in a few years, and you start to lose the details," she said quietly. "You forget some of the great lines or the subplots or the names of the side characters. After a while, all you remember are the main characters, the broad strokes, the big things. And you can't even remember how those happened, just that they did. When someone asks you to tell them about it, all you can recall it was a Western or a drama or an action flick." "Yeah," I said. "I'd like to look back on my life and remember every single thing. But if I don't, I hope I remember that it was a love story and that the love story was about you." Oh, so good.
So good. She just knows how to write books and make me cry in them. My favorite scenes, can I say all of them? You can. So many good scenes. To bring some good, to bring some fun moments. The aftermath of his TikTok fame, Vilf.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. That was funny. But the top ones is when
Oh,
Xavier saves the dog
yes.
from the hot car and when they're locked in the escape room. I do love the escape
Yes.
room and the family meeting when they finally reunite to work together at the end. I do think that was an important part to see like how everybody was affected. She's like, hey, like,
Family meeting.
yeah, family
Yeah.
meeting, and then to get them all that like they're not on the same wavelength. They're not on the same team right now. They're all working different things, and it's not good for mom. And it's not good for us because we're overworking ourselves to take care of her and to give her her last wish, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a sense, her last coherent wish. So, like,
And they were getting ripped
love
apart. They weren't even a team anymore.
yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
definitely not what she wanted.
And I really think that grandma held them together because grandma was doing a lot. Grandma and dad. And
Yeah.
without grandma, it's like, what do we do? And
Yeah.
so I just was like,
the foundation cracked without
yeah.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do we rebuild that foundation without having to put her in a home?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then it still ends in the fact of like, we don't know. It might get to that point. So I kind of like that fact because that is a real thing.
Yeah.
But that's oh, sorry.
Sorry.
We're all talking at the same time.
Go ahead, Dee.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, but that's the thing. That's the thing I love about the ending because yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen. But again, like you can just focus on the good moments. Like it based on what we know.
Yeah.
It is likely to happen at some point if she lives long enough that she would need assisted living. But you know what? They've still got each other and they're just gonna do what they can and they're bonded back together again. They've healed and it's not gonna be easy, but you know, they've got each other and they can, you know, I'm just repeating what I'm saying, but anyway, I feel that's what I learned from the ending. That was what
I think like sticking to that moment where they had their family meeting, I think it also proves like how communication is so important because they were all so stuck in their own little bubble and like misery when just talking it out, like it allowed them to see different perspectives and how this is affecting each of them individually and kind of repair the cracks for the better of everybody and for their mom or for the mother. And I did really enjoy that scene.
Yeah.
One of
I also oh sorry, go ahead, Dana. Go for it.
I was just gonna say one of the scenes that I love. Well, like one of the quotes. There's two things. Like when Samantha was talking about, just like the multiple times she would talk about like she was able to turn her brain off when she was with him, and then wondering like who takes care of him that lets him turn like his brain off. But when she said like, and I don't have it highlighted, but when they were talking and she was talking about like, you know, like I know you care about me. That's why I like being in the same room with you. And I was just like, oh, but it was towards the end. Another thing though was towards the end and how Kaylani, how you said like we don't get that like moment where it's like, oh, mom remembered her, which I think like Abby could have wrote it in and we would have cried, right? And we would have loved it. But like you said, it's not everybody doesn't get that moment. But when she said her mom was like outside and like her and Xavier were there or something, or the wedding, or I can't, and I just read it, my God, and the details out. But like of how she was saying like her mom didn't know, but there was like a smile on her face because she feels like she could feel love. And maybe that was like a feeling that she still held and like still understood. And it's like she might not have recognized that Samantha was her daughter and, you know, like, but that she could feel how this was true love. And like I feel like that's something that like any of us would hope that somebody we love that's going through like memory loss would still be able to feel that like you might not know every detail, but man, you can still feel the good vibes, you know? Like oh man. Is this a 5-star? My God, this
Lacey was kind of feeling the same way. She was looking for that moment, but Abby didn't do it. Yeah. And I feel like that was kind of interesting too. Like I liked that because like B was saying and like Dana was saying it's more realistic, but then also she was the only child that she didn't recognize.
What a good
and like how heart-wrenching is that? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Also, the mom, or at the end, mom knew something ingrained that told her she was seeing true love.
Oh.
Yeah,
There it
because
is.
what she had with her husband,
Mhm.
her heart remembering, even though her brain had forgotten, she didn't know who I was or who he was. Yeah, that was like beautiful but heartbreaking all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
she still knew what love was. Also, when Xavier helped Sam's mom clean up after her debacle in the bushes, my heart. Right. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just can we talk about how seamlessly Xavier like just blended into her family, like with no hesitation? Like he just stepped in and like was kind of the rock that they needed when they were all kind of suffering and
Yes.
dealing with a lot in different moments of the book, and it's just
Especially
love
when
that
grandma
quote.
passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
I
that like scene where he's talking about like how he would step in. Like he was
Mhm.
there when they needed him, but he was willing to step back and let them be a family when he knew that it wasn't his place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's going through some stuff with his parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, it's funny because I think it was towards the end where they finally said, if you're doing this, like if you're trying to keep this vet business afloat in some way to show your parents that they're wrong, clearly that's not going to happen. And it didn't really hit me because like they're two narcissists. And after his conversation with his mom, they were going to, no matter what he did, they were going to spin it some kind of weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was so thankful when he kind of acknowledged that, yeah, maybe this is part of the reason why I'm trying so hard. Maybe it doesn't matter what they think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was scary though, listening to his mother talk about him and just like, there's parents
Wow.
out there that are really like that. So
Yeah.
Like, the dad like doing what he did,
Yeah.
the poor Winnie, you know.
Yeah.
Mm,
Just everything concerning the dad. Absolutely.
all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
My God.
Yeah.
I love that he got audited.
I was
Yeah.
say, I love that Tristan was like, "Do you want me to get him audited? Do you want me to stand him up for the Navy? Because my
Oh,
ex is in a ocean right now." And I was like, "T, that's it.
I
That's
love
it."
that
Yeah.
it came back around.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That was
Or
so
another
good.
funny moment that I loved was when they opened up the air vent and the leaves all rushed out and the mouse. Exactly.
The mouse mummy.
Oh my
I
gosh.
wouldn't have been well.
Oh, also,
No.
we were talking about a funny moment when she asked him if he would still want her if she was a worm. Like that whole
Yes.
scene.
I'm funny and so romantic.
Like his character, like he's like, I'll like he would adapt to still show her that he loves her. Like he wouldn't put her too high because she's afraid of heights, Like that. It's so cute.
It's like, I'd get you some soil.
Yeah.
Put you in it.
That's a
But
man
also-
right there.
Man. I think it's really interesting to see like books that are like this because it really shows you how much Abby has her pulse on the like her finger on the pulse of like things that are very
Trendy.
Yeah.
trendy because that's going on around TikTok right now. And like, but if
Mhm.
years down the line you don't know about TikTok or you don't know about the trends, it's still applicable, which I
Mhm.
like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I don't care for like what is it called when they infuse
Pop culture.
Yeah, pop culture references. But like with Abby, I don't care. Give it to me,
Yeah,
She does
she
it.
does
It's
it well.
not like tacky or like icky.
Yeah.
Mm.
Stacy says she loved it when he admitted at the door after dinner that he wasn't really going to that conference and he came for her. He was so desperate for her.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, and like Tristan was on the money with that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the grandma brought it up. You remember?
Yeah.
Like, oh, the thing that flew in from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Definitely torn up when the grandma passed. Suddenly, I couldn't control the tears that fell. Yeah.
And that was yet another thing that Samantha's dad was carrying the weight of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that
knew, and he couldn't say anything because she swore him to secrecy. Like I can't even imagine.
he was dealing with a lot.
Yeah. he
Yeah.
was.
Do any of you guys think, like, talking about grandma and dad, like how they obviously carried a different type of burden compared to the children, right?
Mhm.
And like I feel like grandma knew that dad was dating and like that she was okay with it. And I at least I just feel like that because I feel like they had to talk and communicate about probably like a lot. And I just feel like, if her mom is okay with him, it's like everybody else could show a little grace. Now don't get me wrong, that would be a hard pill to swallow, I think, for anybody. So I'm not saying that Tristan was wrong in being upset.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Right.
saying that at all. But like I just again, it's not said in the book, it's just said in my heart that grandma knew. I feel like grandma knew and wanted him to not feel alone because they were, like we said, just they were all carrying a burden. Those two though were carrying a different one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I bet I agree with you. I agree because no matter what, he was still always there when he was needed. It wasn't like, oh, where did he go? He was on a date. Like he was sleeping at like 2 a.m. once his wife was asleep and comfortable, and he made sure he was back because, of course, that he's supposed to be here. Where is he? She knows the routine. He was essentially part of the routine for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think grandma knew.
And I still feel like they were very young because it says she was 56.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still like
very young.
very young.
And the moment that when she's like, when she was talking, I think she was talking to Xavier. She was like, dementia doesn't kill you. So the fact that she is so young, it's not the dementia that kills you, it's your body, giving out. And so because she's so young, that could really last 10, 15, 20 years of living life like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma dying took me out more than some other stuff. I thought the mother was going to pass before the grandma for some reason.
Oh,
I did too.
Same.
Because we didn't know about her heart condition either,
Yeah.
Right.
A moment in the book that made me cry and realism was she doesn't remember her name. My father-in-law had it at the end and he forgot on my wedding day that I called him dad for the longest time. Oh, yeah.
Man, that's so hard.
Also, was anyone kind of frustrated with her frustrated with her for going on a date with him when she knew she was moving the next day? Like if someone did that to me, IRL, I'd be pretty upset.
I don't think she thought I was going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think she just was like, all right, I'll go. Why not?
For a free meal, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't realize she'd have that connection that she did with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when he jumped in the lake.
Oh. He was just undressing.
Yeah.
And then he was then soaked for the whole day on that.
Yeah.
Chair
And he's
thing.
like, it's fine. Okay, listen, here's the problem. I'm delusional enough. Like, if first date that happened, I would have been like, what are we? Because, like, obviously you love me.
Yeah.
I'm the only single on the screen right now, and I tell you what, like on the sinker, he would have had me. I would have been like, no, you're right, we are getting married. That's what you said. Weird way to propose, but yes, like, would have had me.
Oh, I love it.
And he didn't know it was a threat.
Those comments were so
That's
funny.
a great quote.
I think Brittany Broski said that in like a TikTok, like from her little live like web show, and she was talking about somebody. She's like, I need him in a way that's a threat to feminism.
That's great.
Who knew a shirtless man could do that? Hearing my grandma read the thirst comments about my boyfriend was not in my bingo card today, and I liked Vils before it was cool. That was funny. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sam and Xavier were good at communicating with each other. They said the truth to each other and were always in it for each other, regardless of the tough moments. Yeah. There was like that connection that they just had.
Yeah.
Yes, Liz and I love when an author writes a good romance and the relationship has good communication. The miscommunication trope is so over and done. I absolutely agree, Amber.
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Sam was gone from her family so long, so it was heartbreaking for Sam with her mom not recognizing her.
Yeah.
I also feel like too she stayed so long because she even mentions like she didn't want to face that reality. She was still living in denial because, like, you could remember a person when they're away how they were, but then it's not actually how they are at that moment.
Yeah.
And so I think she was still a bit in denial. And then she's like, I can no longer, we have to, I have to move there and help.
Yeah.
Yes. I hate when people hide behind religion like that. Makes them a better person, and saying I'll pray for you in that condescending way. Yeah, I did not like his mother.
That whole conversation. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
just blown away.
Yeah. I kind of like how she, not the mom, but like how Samantha was like, hey, no matter what you do, they're going to take credit for it. So whether it's good or it's bad, it's going to be something. Like, they're going to take credit for the good, but they're also going to blame you for the bad.
Yep.
So no matter what you do, isn't going to ever be enough for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Agree, Amber. I'm not a fan of miscommunication trip. Yeah. Agreed, Liz. I couldn't stand his mom or his dad. Like, Xavier's friend was like your mom and dad want you. I'm like, why don't you go to him yourself? Did I read that?
I think it was the dad's friend, wasn't it? The dad's friend that approached.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And how they were kind of like showing up in places and calling his office, and he's like, why now? Why all of a sudden?
Yeah.
They need something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She swallowed an earbud.
Yes.
Hey Eileen was playing.
Come on, Eileen.
Oh,
That was hilarious.
You can hear it in your stomach.
he's like, I can hear it.
Oh my gosh. Now, of course, every time I hear that song, I think of the book.
I have to listen to it. I don't know.
I'm about to listen to it. I don't think I've ever heard it.
What? Oh my gosh. It's huge. It was huge in the 80s.
Hey, I feel like I might know it, but I don't remember. Like, if I heard it, I might know it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It's a great
Is
song.
that
Dexy's Midnight Runners. Come
Okay.
on, Eileen. Yeah.
I was a bit annoyed about her not mentioning she was leaving before going on the date, but these days in Europe, at least, people are putting their locations to other countries and flying in for dates. Interesting.
Oh,
okay.
wow. I mean, okay.
Interesting.
First date. Yep, you love me, Dana.
You gotta got me.
I also love Sam's sister's kids. They went through so much, but they still stayed positive and were there to help with some of the chores. Yes. Forgot it was the dad's friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Or even like that scene where the friends showed up and he was like, I am so angry right now. Yeah.
Right. But it was like perfect.
Yes. And she was just vibing. She was like, I'm having a great time. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Like,
She was
I
not even bothered.
No. I think through that scene of like him in the group chat being like, guys, where can I go? Where can I go? And then them giving him the suggestion and then having a secondary group chat without him to be like, all right, guys, everybody get ready. We gotta go.
Right?
Yeah.
He's like, who's driving? I'll pick everyone up.
Yeah. Carpool.
Speaking of Xavier having group chats, when he messaged her family, like saying, hey, she just got fired. Someone needs to be there to help her out. And like he sent her favorite iced coffee.
Right.
It's the little things. It's the little things.
It is, yeah. And see, that just goes to prove like you don't have to be in the same vicinity as someone. Like if you love them, you'll figure out ways to show them that you do.
Yeah.
100%.
Or even the fact that he unfollowed the mustard brand like
I love
immediately
it.
after.
This is all I can do, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Very T Swift coded, I'm telling you.
Mhm.
Can we talk about Sam working for this mustard brand as a social media manager? She was hilarious.
Great.
Why did you fire her? Because she was doing iconic things for that brand.
Honestly.
Iconic.
Heinz, you lost out.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
did.
Right?
Was it Heinz? Was that the
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think so.
Someone has to like talk to Heinz ahead of time. Like somebody probably had to contact them and be like, "Are you guys cool with us
gonna get
vilifying your
hate."
company?"
Yeah.
He ironed her clothes just because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in gray sweatpants?
Yes.
Of course.
Wow. What a vision, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But also, Dr. Brecken, just like that scene like that made him realize, like, yeah, I can move, with these consequences because she's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got that moment because that was just obviously pivotal, right, to the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And he just had such amazing things to say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like give him that little push.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
The mustard memes had me cracking up. Yes.
Oh my gosh,
She was
yeah.
looking at me the way she looked at mustard, and I vowed that I would be the kind of man who deserved that for the rest of my life.
So good. Oh.
I kept thinking of the comments that Wendy's comment on that I see online.
Wendy's
Oh
is
my
brutal.
gosh.
I love it.
It is, and I love it. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Do you guys have any final thoughts or anything you guys want to say about Say You'll Remember Me?
Ooh, I do have something to add. That's funny.
Of course.
So this was towards, it says 85% in the ebook, but when I think this was right after he got back. I don't remember if this was after he got sick or if after he got back from the funeral, but Dr. Brecken was, or let me see. This is in chapter 39, so I really don't remember what moment it was, but it was the time there was a patient that swallowed some bulbs, and it made me laugh because he was telling Xavier to take an x-ray, and if the bulb is intact, make him puke it up. It's a lab. It's probably intact. They don't chew, they inhale. And I'm a lab, and that was hilarious because he does in fact inhale things and he doesn't chew. So
That's too
that
funny.
was fun.
I like also when he said put the Dalmatians together because
Yeah.
they're a bonded pair, and she was like, we're a bonded, or he's like, we're a bonded pair, and I was like, living in two different cages, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah.
I know I had one more thing that I highlighted, but of course now I can't find it.
That
There's a
always
lot. Good
Liz
moments.
says, and he swapped his mustard for her brand, right? Love the brand loyalty. My dad does that when I work on different brands. Aww.
Fun. That's
I hope
so
he threw it
cool.
away as soon as she got fired.
Say you'll remember this book forever.
Absolutely.
This, because if you were my wife, you would be my world. Everything starts with you and ends with you. Anything else is just the stuff that happens in the middle.
Oh,
Quoted.
so good. Oh, I found it.
Liz with the quote. I love it.
I found it.
Also, I think I couldn't forget you because I remember you from a different lifetime, and I loved you then too. Oh, that was a good one. Is that the one you had, Kaylani?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
See, you and Liz are on the same page.
That was so good.
So good. So
It gives me like the Notebook vibes,
good.
but like reversal of roles, but that like that love that's just like so undeniable. Oh,
I feel like they are very much soulmates, and it came across that way of like, no matter what happens, we're gonna make it work, and like we have to go through all of these things, trials in life, but we're gonna end up together.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the moment that broke me, like I didn't cry, but I just felt like the soul shattering, like just the disappointment. But like when her brother pays for her ticket, she gets on the plane, she's there, and then he's like, "I'm sitting on your bed." Like, oh my! I would just like
broken.
crumble. I would just crumble.
And they were both trying to surprise each other.
Yeah.
This is why I can't keep a surprise.
Honestly. And then like during that scene, how she kept talking about like a absent, or not an absent partner, but being in love with a ghost or something, and she realized like he was, because she always thought of her in that position, and then like the roles reversed while she was like cleaning up his place, because he wasn't that person. Like he wasn't messy. He was always very put together and clean and tidy and stuff. And I think that definitely got her to think of things differently. And then he apologized. He's like, "I'm sorry, my place is a mess." when he came back.
Mhm.
Poor guy. Yeah.
I know.
Liz says, and another. Some things are worth remembering, Samantha, no matter how much they hurt.
Yeah.
Good
Mhm.
quote. Liz.
You didn't remember to forget me, I said quietly. No, he said, I did not. Oh,
Oh,
Oh, so good.
it was a 5-star read for me, and going to Nadia Cakes is on my bucket list now. Now, wouldn't mind Tristan getting a book.
Yeah.
Tristan.
I love how Liz said the Notebook, but help me.
Yes. Period.
Yes, Kaylani, I was thinking that too. Report back to Nadia Cakes, Stacy.
yes.
I will, Liz. I'm going to get one of everything. Oh,
Oh, that sounds good.
I got you, Karina. It was like dating a ghost. It wasn't me dating a ghost. It was him dating someone invisible. There you go.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
And that realization. Oh gosh. Because she hadn't seen him. He had always been coming to her.
Mhm.
I can't wait for the next book. Same.
We always feel that way.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now we actually have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Dang it.
Here comes the hard part.
Yeah.
Here, you guys, we have another fun announcement.
Yeah.
We are riding this train. Oh, this time, though, we're going to do a different author. And let me put it up. Oh, maybe I will. Hold on, guys. But we're going to do an Ashley Poston read along of her adult romances.
Yes.
Yay.
And Dana came up with a reverse order of her books so that we can read The Dead Romantics in October. So we'll take June off, and then we'll start up in July, potentially the 6th. We'll see. And then go to August, September, and October. And then I hope you guys will join us along this Ashley Poston ride.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
Exciting.
We just had so much fun hanging out together and talking, Abby. Why not keep it going?
Exactly.
So excited.
Yeah, this has
Yes.
been just an absolute blast, like doing this with all of you. I've had such a good time. It's genuinely been one of my favorite like YouTube memories. You know,
Yes.
Yes.
I've had so much fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
And we I thought our discussion.
The song
That
is
is so
my
good.
Mhm.
Yes.
What'd you say, Karina?
I was just saying I really enjoy our discussion because I feel like we do talk like pretty lengthy about things and like can see moments that we didn't maybe look at a certain way, you know? I just
Yeah.
really have fun with you ladies.
Well, how does everybody feel about their rating now? Like, do we feel that did anybody's ratings change? Did any I think I'm gonna stick to 5 stars after talking. So that's me.
Oh gosh.
My rating has not
I'm
changed.
still gonna go a 4 point, maybe a 4.5. 4. I did like it. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're
That is
fine.
incredible, though.
I think I'm gonna keep my 4.5.
I just had to ask.
I'm gonna. Well, okay. So Tara and I were at the 4 when we both
Yeah.
started, and I'm gonna go along with her to meet Karina at the 4.5.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I just feel like maybe on a reread, I could. This is a book I can definitely see on a reread
Mm-hmm.
getting a 5. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just but a 4.5, and I mean that's incredible. And who knows? Like if you see my Goodreads and in a week it changes to a 5 because I can't stop thinking about it. Mind your
Yeah.
business. You know what I'm saying? Like it can happen.
Are you saying you'll remember?
Oh,
I'm sorry, I had to.
Indeed.
That was good. Liz is happy. Oh yay! I love this for us. Yay! We're glad you're happy. I really like the 7-year slip. Have fun with Ashley Poston. Read 2 from her and decided she's not for me. Fair, Amanda. Fair.
Super fair. Yep.
Okay, I love this for us. Yay, Amber. I'm reading a novel love story right now.
Exciting.
Just me. What a fun next read along. Yes.
Yeah.
yay!
My rating is still infinity stars. Staying at a 5-star.
Wow.
I love the duet audio. Great
Yeah.
narrator. Yeah, and
I
it was
love
like
that.
it was a new male narrator, and he did a great job.
He did a great job, but I love the duet style. Like,
Yes.
Thanks, ladies. Great to hear and share thoughts. Yes. I was also thinking we might want to talk after, but if she does come out with, or when she does come out with another book, maybe we could do a live show every time she does, if you guys are in.
Yes, I'm in. Yes, done.
Yep.
Yes.
One
Put me
more.
down.
talk about that.
Yeah. I'm in.
It's unanimous.
Yeah, we all agree.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna risk it and do the intro as the outro, okay, guys? But Liz is in. They're like
swimwear.
Yes.
I love it.
All right. Let's see if I can end it and it won't be the awkward wave. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.